Dandy and the crew journey to the biggest library in the universe in my review of Space Dandy, Episode 11. A lot of the times with Space Dandy, I see an episode where I'm just left speechless and I really don't know what to say. This is kind of one of those episodes. I didn't really care for this one. I can honestly say this is my least favorite episode of the entire series, even more so than that weird experimental music video one with all the weird plant people. Just something about this week's episode really rubbed me the wrong way, and the more I think about it, I think it's actually the art style, because the whole point of this episode is Space Dandy is lured to this massive library planet by this sentient book. It's a living alien book, and it uses him like a parasitic life form, like it inhabits their bodies, and it makes him do all this crazy shit. At least that's maybe what I'm gathering from it. It was kind of confusing to me. The episode actually opens up like really normally. It's just Dandy and the crew. They're going to trade off an alien to Scarlet, and it's in this small red box. And the catch here is, if you actually look at the alien, it'll erase your memory of it. And this begs the question, how in the fuck did Dandy even get this alien in the first place? And this just piques Scarlet's curiosity. She opens the box, and from this point on, the entire episode changes with its art style, and everything changes to this dark, murky, super pastel-looking backgrounds, and I don't really care for it, because I frankly think it looks lazy. It just looks like unfinished storyboards a lot of the time. There are times when it looks good, like at the very end, there's the scene where the Gogol Empire is being attacked with all of these missiles and everything, and there's all these explosions, and it looks really nice. Speaking of the Gogol Empire, there is this whole subplot going on with Dr. Gel, the Gorilla Man, and he's trying to decipher this message, and he finds out what it is. He discovers the secret of the cosmos, and it's pretty funny. It's boobies. It's actually this piece of paper that he found that Dandy was drawing on earlier, and it's a nice little funny scene, because even though he discovers all of this, they end up just getting killed anyway, which is not really strange for the series at all. But the main plot goes back to Dandy and the entire crew being taken to this massive library planet so that this alien book can sort of complete itself. They call it the Great Librarian. It's very strange because even when all of this is done, it erases their memories completely. And then they go back to the scene from the very beginning of the episode where Dandy has the alien and he's trying to pass it over to Scarlet. And when they open the box, this time, believe it or not, it's a frickin' VHS tape that, when you watch it, will brainwash you and will make you lose your memory. And this causes them to create copies of this in the form of CDs and MP3s and other like forms of media. And it created this massive war which spread throughout the entire galaxy. The problem is, since it erases everybody's memory, no one ever knew it ever happened. This was just a fucking weird episode. It had some somewhat cool moments. There were some funny scenes when QT was on the planet reading all the stuff in the library, and when the alien book was talking about all of the books that it read, which were all incredibly violent and disturbing. And it was just not really my cup of tea. I'm going to give this week's episode a 6 out of 10. Just, it didn't really do too much for me. It was just very, very strange. Compared to last week's episode, it was just complete opposite. This one just felt kind of soulless to me. But like I said, if you are following the series, you want to kill some time, check this one out on Toonami.com. It's still got a few funny scenes in it. So I didn't really like this week's episode of Space Dandy too much. But how did you guys feel about it? Did you guys actually like it? And if you did, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it with your comments below. And remember guys, before you leave, make sure and hit that like button so you can give this video a thumbs up. It's one of the easiest ways to support these videos. And of course, if you want to see more of our content, make sure and subscribe to our channel. And you can also check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. I will put links to both of those in the description box below. So guys, I'll check you next time. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.